Big restaurant chains are slimming down the calorie count on some menu items. Will it make a dent in America's obesity crisis? Well, maybe it will. WSJ's Julie Jargon has the story and joins us now. Julie, thank you for being there. Calorie counts are on every chain menu in New York here. It certainly made a difference to how I eat things. What's going on in these restaurants with cutting the calories on some items?
Yeah, so Johns Hopkins did a study, and they looked at 66 of the largest chain restaurants in America and found that there was a 12% reduction in calories among new items introduced in 2013 versus the menu items that were available in 2012 on restaurant menus.
And has that made a difference to how people eat, Julie?
There have been various studies that suggest that when calorie counts are posted, people tend to choose the healthier options. But there are some studies that say people don't change their purchasing behavior. So it's kind of a mixed bag right now.
The thing that I also find interesting is that if people would just eat, items with 60 calories less, that could make a huge difference to the obesity problem. That is about, well, it's actually slightly less than half a can of soda. Why such a small amount makes such a big difference?
It doesn't sound like a lot, but I was talking to a nutrition expert who said that the obesity epidemic is really explained by people consuming an extra 100 to 150 calories per day over time. So it's kind of a slow gain in weight over time that has contributed to the obesity epidemic. So if you think about it that way, if you shave off 60 calories per day, that could go a long way toward putting a dent in people's weight gain.
Or even 60 calories per meal would be even a huger thing. I thought this was interesting, the thing, calorie per new food item, food minus 50, beverages minus 26, children's menu minus 46. I would have thought children could burn off anything. I've seen children eat like the entire house worth of stuff. Do you think they'll stick with this? Because one of the things we saw was when some chains tried to go to healthier food options, people didn't associate the chain with those healthier food options and their sales went down. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
That has been an issue, particularly for fast food restaurants. But I think as Americans are becoming more interested in healthy eating, perhaps that could change, and maybe they will start associating certain restaurants with healthier items, or at least like to know that that's available for them. But yeah, it's really in the end up to consumers and what they choose to buy. But some of the experts I've talked to have said, to really make a change, it's going to be up to the restaurants to replace high-fat, high-calorie items with lower-calorie items, and then people won't have a choice and kind of will be forced to buy healthier food.
Now, one of the things I found very interesting is I remember one company, I'm not going to name them, came out with a salad, and we think, oh, salad, that's great, that's healthier, but it turned out to have more calories than the burgers that place was serving. That calorie count thing, if you can look at it, and pretty much, as I said, every chain in New York City has to have this by law. You go there, you see it, and two items that look, indistinguishable, you're thinking, okay, which do I have? You can't even taste the difference, but it's a lot lower in calorie count. Do you think that goes nationwide?
Yeah, and I think that there are some surprising areas where you're getting more calories, and in the case of salads, it's in the dressing, and there are a lot of simple ways for restaurants to reduce the calorie counts of certain items by switching to a certain salad dressing instead of using mayonnaise, reducing the amount of cheese they put on products. And I do think that this will become more nationwide because restaurant chains, large restaurant chains, are going to be required by law to post calorie counts across the country, probably in the next year or so. So it's going to become incumbent on restaurants to do something, because they'll be out there posting their calorie counts, and people will be able to see just how unhealthy certain items are.
Or at least how calorie-laden they are. Thank you very much, Julie Jargon of the Wall Street Journal.